Shout out to Cats Pod.
1 second. A big defensive play for Montana State.
Touchdown, Tommy Milan is electrifying.
Welcome to the Cats Pod. What's up, Podcats? We are back at it, still happy as ever, still on top of the world, still on cloud nine. One of the best weeks following up Cat Grizz. I just still feel amazing. I couldn't feel any better right now. Eric, how are you doing, my friend?
You said it perfect, Ben. I'm doing great. I have to share a story with you. So, my dad is fishing in Australia right now.
Mm-hmm.
And after the Bobcats won, it's quite a bit of a time change. So I get a text quite a while after the Cats had won, and all it said was, "I can smell the grizzly tears from here."
all time.
I felt like that really rang true,
Yeah.
That everybody picked against the Bobcats despite what they saw. And we had a bit of a reaction episode, and I feel like there wasn't a lot of overreaction. And now that everything has settled in and we've heard all the comments and all the chatter from all the outside, what really stands out to me is the Grizzlies are losing the recruiting battle. It's a fact. We had another commit today from Missoula Big Sky.
Yeah. It's huge.
Dominating
recruiting.
What the Bobcats are doing in the recruiting department is so far above what the Grizzlies are doing at this point.
Yeah.
We're just stacking talent upon talent of local kids.
Yeah.
Of course there's going to be out-of-state commits and everything like that, but we have so many Montana kids just waiting in the ranks for their shot to play.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Grizzlies, I'm just gonna say it. I don't know where they go from here. If you look at what kind of team they've put together, they have put together a team that is extremely transfer heavy and loaded with seniors. They're going to graduate out most of their players again this year. They've lost the recruiting battle for so many years now. There isn't a ton of young kids coming up through the program, developed and all that. They're going to have to hit the transfer portal like a son of a gun again.
Yeah, they're going to have to go all out. Yeah.
Yeah, minus the quarterback and maybe Eli Gilman. But I feel like, I've been pretty hard on Eli Gilman, and I said I was sorry last weekend, so...
I'm sure that helps a little bit, You have been very hard on Eli Gilman. The entire time I've been like, he is pretty good, just every week.
He's still not better than Julius Davis or Adam Jones, so,
obviously not.
Okay, but,
he's not in the Jew squad.
But there's a realistic possibility that it's Eli Gilman's best interest to go to a big school at this point. Realistically.
Yeah, a big school like Montana State, maybe. Could you imagine if we got a direct transfer? How crazy would that be if we just got a direct transfer straight from U of M?
Yeah. But, outside of those two, Brooks Davis is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
But
he had a hell of a Cat Grizz. That was one dude that we did not mention, but it wasn't a podcast about the Grizz. So,
yeah. Brooks Davis is pretty good, but that team is going to be decimated after this year. We're not talking just from transfers. We're talking these guys are graduating. They're done.
Yeah.
They came here for 1 year and they're done. Honestly, Ben, where do they go?
Yeah.
What do they do here? Do you suck for 2 years so you can get your recruiting back in order? Or you just continually hit the transfer portal?
It just shows how crazy the FCS gap is, because you can be a team that went, 11-1 throughout the season, and things look terrible for them right now as far as the national scale goes. It's like they still put together like a impressive season, but nobody cares. Absolutely nobody cares because they lost one game. And then you have recruits from inside your home city going to the other school, which was unheard of in previous generations. That wasn't even an option. It was, the Grizz used to absolutely dominate in-state recruiting, and the Bobcats would get kids out of Bozeman, basically. It's just, it's completely flipped on its head, and I'm agreeing with you. I don't know what they can do to get it back, because it's almost like, do they get rid of Bobby? But I don't know if they can even do that.
But the thing is Missouri. I mean, you get rid of Bobby, and we make tons and tons of jokes about how much we love Bobby Houck and how great he is for Cat Grizz, and we make a lot of jokes about that. But who do you actually bring in to replace him? I mean, just look at the University of Montana, for instance. There is no expansion that can happen there. They are stuck.
Yeah.
The city isn't completely around it, and so the mountains are right behind it. So, Montana State continues to build new buildings and expand out. That's not an option. Montana State continues to post record enrollment every single year. It's shooting up to insane levels.
Mm-hmm.
University of Montana is struggling in that department. I mean, they're going up, but it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's just not. And it starts with Waded Cruzado did so much for Montana State University.
Amen.
Leon Costello's been phenomenal at his job. Brett Vigen has not that Choate didn't do great things, but Vigen has revolutionized the football team. I mean, it's a whole nother beast right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to thinking about what the university, Grizzly football has going for it, and it's hard to see. It's hard to see what Grizzly football has going for it right now. I mean, the Bobcat pipelines are running everywhere right now. It's not just a shellacking at this point. They're clean sweeping.
Yeah.
The recruiting battle right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at our position. I mean, our quarterback position is. I mean, other teams would drool over it.
Yeah.
I mean, we legitimately have 5 starting quarterbacks on that team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have Julius Davis is graduating. That's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Adam Jones and Colson Kuhn waiting.
Yeah.
We have a stable of young wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of young Montana kids coming up into it.
Yeah.
Our offensive line minus JT Reed is really young. I mean, the team is really young. There is a lot of promise here.
Oh, yeah.
For many years, in all honesty. And it all starts with being good at recruiting. And everyone likes to complain about NIL and transfer portal, and we've been hit hard as any team.
Mm-hmm.
And still went into Missoula and beat them.
Mm-hmm.
After, many people said we got gutted, which we lost a lot in the transfer portal.
Definitely. Scott Ray had a great year in New Mexico.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy to have him on this team. It wouldn't be fair to have Scott Ray. Scott Ray had to leave because it would not be fair. But I'm saying, before the season started, I really thought we were going to miss players especially Drew Polidor. Thought we were going to miss Drew Polidor a lot. I'm sorry, Drew. I don't miss you right now. I don't. I don't miss you. It's just we're fine. And I said it jokingly a lot on Saturday that this was a rebuilding year. But if you look at the way that the roster is put together, like you said, there's a ton of young talent on it. It was built like we were going to do this, like it was planning for like 2-3 years out, yet we are still having a very dominant team, and they're still playing very, very, very high-level football, and we have those players to build on as well. It's hard not to be super optimistic about what the future looks like, and especially because of the announcement that came out today. That announcement cements it for me. We are good.
Yeah.
We are golden for as long as I can, as long as Vigen sticks around.
Yeah, and I mean, I think he's set it up to a point where it can continue, and North Dakota State loses head coaches constantly.
Yeah.
Yet they still compete for national titles every single year, and I think that's kind of what, and you got to give Choate credit. He started it.
Yep.
Vigen revolutionized it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like we're in a groove here where, it may. And you brought up a great point, like Drew Polidor, for instance. We lost Drew Polidor, Rohan Jones, Connor Moore, and Scott Ray Humphrey, plus others, but those 4 were big.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even miss them.
No.
It doesn't even matter that they're gone, because you give me Caden Dowler every day and twice on Saturdays over Drew Polidor.
Yeah.
Our tight end room, Rylan Schlepp, Hunter Province, Lencioni. I mean, what Vigen's done is, and like you said, man, he's back. He's staying. He's
back.
Sticking around. He built it.
Like he never even left. He's back.
And what an announcement, Ben. What an announcement. For a Wednesday. I didn't think we'd have it until next week, but here we are, sitting here doing a podcast cheers to Brent Vigen. He's sticking around.
It's so amazing. 4 more years. As many years as you'll give us. Just stick around. I don't at this point, Vigen, you could turn into one of those coaches that's getting rolled out there almost in a wheelchair at 84 years old, and I'll still be cheering for you, and I'll still believe.
I mean, if you look at what he's done in all honesty, short time here.
Yeah.
He has an absolutely insane win-loss record.
Mm-hmm.
He has a stupid amount of Big Sky Conference titles.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember when the Bobcats would win a Big Sky Conference title, and that was like our Super Bowl?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing in the world.
The thing. And now it just is becoming normal. That's what he's done with this program. And I'm sorry, Oregon State. You're just not good enough to lure him away.
Mm-hmm. Not quite there.
It's not always about money. It's not always about all the money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know any of the ins and outs or anything that's going on, but how cool would it be if the argument for Vigen staying goes something like this?
Yeah.
Conversation between Vigen and Costello. Okay, coach. Yeah, you could go to Oregon State and try and resurrect a dumpster fire. Or you could be the guy and take your team FBS right here at Montana State sometime.
Yep.
Probably soonish.
It's looking more and more like it each week.
I mean, at this point, and we've said it all year, I mean, not that I don't love the Big Sky Conference and I don't love the rivalries and, Cat Grizz and UC Davis and Idaho and all the fun games that we have. But the Big Sky Conference isn't very good.
It really needs to get better in order for long-term success to be happening, and in order to continuously compete with the Missouri Valley, it's going to be really important for some of these teams in the Big Sky to get better.
They have to, and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have Weber State and Cal Poly all firing their coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to take it? Who wants to be the coach of Portland State right now?
Nobody wants to take over that program. They're not into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. All I know is that Vigen's staying. We can take a deep breath, boys and girls. And Oregon State, adios.
Adios, Oregon State. We're not even worried about you anymore. We might have been a little bit worried earlier in the week, but not worried anymore.
No.
might have been a little bit worried there for a minute, but it's just that season of the year. As soon as the playoffs start, all the coaching rumors start coming out, all the player transfer rumors start coming out, and it's really hard not to get sucked down into that whirlpool. It is very, very hard not to get sucked into it.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, there's so much false information flying around all the time too that you don't even know what to believe half the time.
Yeah.
People saying random things that you know probably aren't true, but you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Huge numbers flying around.
Moral of the story is it doesn't even matter because he's staying where he belongs with his guys and his team. And I tell you what, that's got to spark a locker room, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They got to be ready. And there was so much drama in the playoffs last year when it came to these same exact rumors and this same exact situation. And it extended out so long into it that I love the fact that they just got ahead of it right now. He's sticking around. Nobody has to talk about it throughout the playoffs. There's not going to be a bunch of rumors going into the championship game, all that stuff. Like, everybody can just focus on winning. And that's exactly what Vigen has been doing since he started coaching the Bobcats.
Yep, that's exactly right. I mean, he's kind of proven it. You know, he inherited a roster from Choate that was, you know, fairly loaded.
Yeah.
And he won with that roster.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that roster started graduating away and going off, then he won with his own roster.
Mm-hmm.
And now he just can. Now he loses his roster to the transfer portal.
Yep.
And he still wins with his young roster.
Mm-hmm.
It's what a time to be a Cat fan, man. I mean, seriously, what a time.
Cat culture, standing strong, fully set up right now. Just set up for continued success in a way that we could have never even dreamed of. I would have never even dreamed of this 6-7 years ago, that we would be in this situation. And now it just feels so great just knowing that we've got the best team in the state and we have a damn good chance of having the best team in the country.
Yeah, man. I mean, we won 2 Cat Grizzlies in a row for the first time since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good feeling. I mean, the records are flip-flopping.
Mm-hmm. It's going to take a lot more wins, but we're on the trajectory.
Yes, we're on the trajectory, and I mean, the last 25 years have been pretty good to us.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
In all honesty, and the last 5 have been even better.
Yeah.
It is just a good time to be a Bobcat fan.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we give a lot of credit to Vigen on this, but I mean, this roster right now is freaking dangerous, man. It's a good one, and it's a young one, more specifically.
It is a young one, and we do have some seniors on the team, and there are going to be some spots that need to be filled after this season ends. But they don't have to go far to fill them. They got to go across the locker room, not across the country, the way the Grizz do.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Most of the guys that are graduating have guys that are playing, 30% of the snaps already for breathers.
Yeah.
It's like, Zach Cruz is still going to be here, even when Kenny Iden graduates.
Yeah.
He's still here.
Yeah, still a lot of those guys. I have a hard time memorizing the roster and who's what year, but I got to think like Dom Solano is still going to be there, right? There's a lot of dudes in that cold front that are young dudes, and they're just hungry to get all of the snaps, and they're completely fine with sharing them. And the way that they've been attacking teams with this defense has been completely unfair this year because it's 1A and 1B. There is no second string when it comes to this defense.
No, there isn't. That's. Can you ask for a better way to get young guys ready than to be playing them in meaningful games?
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of one.
It's exactly why we've been successful this year was because of last year's team and the year before that, and how we've been playing for higher stakes continually year after year. So these players get to the playoffs and they're used to that pressure. They're yearning for that pressure. They want it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an exciting time, and I think it's going to be very good for a lot of years. And I think, this whole Vigen possibly going to Oregon State thing really opened some eyes to this, because I think people started realizing, like, we obviously don't want him to go. We want him to stay here. He's our guy. But we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the benefit of building a machine.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep on keeping on even if the head honcho goes away. There's just a this constant churning that keeps everything in order. I mean, in all honesty, Vigen leaves. We got Sturbick and Howe sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, Howe. The job that he's done this year is, nothing short of remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the defense is so freaking good, and, he's kind of orchestrated that. So, I mean, that's how you do it. You just, everybody, Vigen came from the NDSU pipeline.
Yeah.
Why can't we have our own pipeline?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we be that kind of university that's pumping out other people's head coaches?
I feel like as the years continue, that's gonna be the case. Like the Vigen coaching tree is just in its infancy right now. And these guys are gonna keep going and they're gonna keep doing big things, and there's so much opportunity in Montana State. We look at a guy like our buddy Marcus. He has been rising up the ranks slowly but surely every year, moving up, and learning. And that's exactly what the coaching staff is full of. Guys that are hungry and guys that are talented and smart dudes that are going to go a long, long way.
Yeah. I mean, getting back to the Howe thing, rewatching parts of that Cat Grizz game again after the effects of my overindulgence of alcoholic beverages. We were 2 missed tackles away from beating them by 14 points.
Yeah.
They were in the right spots to make the play. You can't make every tackle, but there was a couple of ones. Gilman's long run, they were there. Howe called the right defense for it. Had a missed tackle, he breaks a big one. Gilman's a hard guy to tackle. That is a fact.
Factual.
Same with Ayat's run. Several tackles. They're 2 missed tackles away from beating the Grizz by 14 points.
Very true.
That's the job that he's done this year.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Putting dudes in the right place to make the right plays. And for the majority of the season, those Cat defenders have made those tackles. Man.
Yeah. Also, I think it's getting kind of brushed by the wayside a little bit. Lamson's post-game interview was one to put in the Bobcat Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That interview was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if he had to have come up with all that stuff on the spot, but his answers were honestly extremely funny and like impressive at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, his little dig at the Mecca and you know, in Bobcat Stadium, and
he's
that was an all-time interview.
They asked him about the environment, and he's just sitting there like, yeah, it was pretty loud in here, but Bobcat Stadium's better. You know, just simple, just simple, to the point. Hey, can I get out of here? I really want to just go celebrate with the boys. Can I just leave, please? Yep. I don't want to talk to you anymore. The greatest response ever. The most polite way of saying, yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
You know, I hate to keep going back to Cat Grizz, but
why not?
The other thing that just popped into my head was there was a lot of Grizzly recruits at that game.
There was.
A lot.
A lot.
Bet they didn't really love watching the Grizzlies lose there. Bet they kind of wish they were at Bobcat recruits at that point.
It could be. And I imagine it's a lot of the same people, but it's just doing it in Grizz after so long and after so many years of not winning there. It felt like such an accomplishment, and doing it with somebody like Lamson, who just slayed the Grizzlies even though he had never played in that environment before, and it didn't faze him one single bit. It was just impressive, and I gotta say, there's a lot of Grizz fans that surround me in my life right now. A lot of Grizz fans in the workplace. It was very quiet when I went to work on Monday. It was very, very quiet. A lot of people avoiding the IT office. Nobody wanted to come talk to me on Monday. I can tell you that right now.
And that's the way it needs to be.
I entered a room and people left. That's what it was. They didn't want to talk to me. I entered a room and they quietly abstained from the room. I owned the room.
Yeah. I mean, it's a badge of honor. I mean, you go into your mortal enemy's home and beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a statement.
Definitely.
You go in there, you make a statement. My final thing on Cat Grizz, final one, and then we'll move on. I promise. I swear to God. I just keep getting these thoughts in my head. They just keep popping in.
Yeah.
There are so many people complaining about how the Bobcats celebrated that one. How, you know, they went down, the DBs went down and stomped in the end zone and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should be when you win the rivalry game in their home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not get lost in translation. The Grizzlies would go do this same damn thing in ours.
Yeah.
There is no doubt. And then, you know, they're making this big deal about, I think it was 8 and 9, or, you know, Seth Johnson and Carson Williams maybe that were doing it. And I just want to tell them specifically, if you didn't do that, I would be mad. That is how you're supposed to react to winning that game. Like,
exactly.
Don't let the noise make you feel guilty or anything like that. That is how you're supposed to do it. What you're not supposed to do as a fan is throw trash at the opposing team while they're celebrating on the sideline.
Yeah.
Because I saw that on TV.
It's very. It was happening.
Grizzly fans do.
And it's a rivalry. Yeah, there's gonna be fans that are throwing pizza at the players. Okay, we're gonna be stomping in the end zone. There's like all kinds of back and forth in those kind of games, especially when you win on the road in the rivalry. We have been so used to seeing teams win at home that we haven't seen a lot of that because it hasn't happened in like nearly a decade. So it's just a whole different animal. It's a whole different ball of wax. And it's just like, this is rubber armed at this situation just because they're reaching a long ways to find something to be unhappy about. They have to reach a long, long ways. That is Mr. Fantastic level reaching in order to find something to complain about in this game. Because they couldn't find anything else.
You go into Wad Grizz and you punch them in the mouth. You celebrate accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And that means stomping in their end zone. And that means stomping on the Grizzly logo. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You do it. And you are, in my eyes, expected to do that. So just had to get that off my chest. Yeah. Should we talk a little bit about the 2-seed Montana State Bobcats, huh?
I think we should. And we got a little bit of a... It's an interesting playoffs. I don't know how much of the first round is really that interesting. As we break stuff down, I'm sure we'll find some games to be excited about. But over the last few years, this first round has just been blah and very, very chalky.
Yeah, I pretty much fully expect the first round to go chalk, don't you?
For the most part, you know. We can break it down game by game.
I'll just run through it quick, and you tell me which team is going to win, and I'll tell you if it's chalk or not. How about that?
Okay.
Yale, Youngstown.
I think Youngstown wins that.
Chalk.
I don't believe in the Ivy League. Yeah.
Lamar, Abilene Christian.
I almost don't want to pick Abilene Christian just because you've been calling them terrible all year because they beat Tarleton and you said that they got beat by the terrible Abilene Christian so many times that I don't believe in them. But, yeah, Abilene Christian probably wins that.
Chalk. Drake, South Dakota. USD.
Sorry, lost my headphones.
Drake, South Dakota, USD.
South Dakota wins. Even though they've had a tough year, even though it's nothing, like Drake has been the team every single year where they go into the playoffs and they get beat by like 40.
In South Dakota's defense, they have put it together here at the end. They're a better team than they were to start the year.
Yeah, for sure.
New Hampshire, South Dakota State.
Oh, South Dakota State for sure. Are they going to have Chase Mason back? Do we know?
Yes.
He's back?
I think they will.
He's back.
They will.
If he's back, that is the most interesting part of the bracket.
Okay. I'm going to take back. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm going to take back my first round goes chalk.
Yeah.
Illinois State, Southeastern Louisiana.
Illinois State probably, just because of Missouri Valley.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. That is not chalk. That's an at-large.
And after listening and watching a lot of the FCS Fans Nation stuff, especially during Selection Sunday, they thought that a lot of people would pick Illinois State like no-brainer, but they also talked very highly of Southeastern Louisiana. Obviously, I'm not watching a lot of Southland Conference, so I don't know if that's a fact or not, but they said this was a good matchup for Southeastern Louisiana, and this may be a closer game than most people would think. But I don't think it's going to matter.
I don't either. It will be interesting. May actually have to watch that 11 a.m. Mountain Time.
Mm-hmm.
May actually have to tune into that one a little bit because I'm just interested. I would love to see a non-seeded team beat a 16 seed. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened in 2 years.
I mean, it's the closest matchup, so.
Central Connecticut State Rhodey.
I mean, Central Connecticut State has never been really that good, and Rhodey is a solid team, so Rhodey's going to win that for sure.
Yeah, that one's chalk. Harvard, Villanova.
This one is where it gets really hard to pick. Because Villanova is one of those teams that's always in the playoffs. They've made a couple runs where they get to like the quarters. Nothing crazy. But they usually show teams that have a lot of offense. And Harvard, up until last week was leading the Ivy League the entire year. So part of me really wants to pick Harvard in this game. But the selection committee has been so on point with the way they rank these teams that it makes me pick Villanova.
I'm torn.
Yeah.
Because I think Harvard just dropped a game, is all the Yale deal was.
Yeah.
Villanova is a basketball school.
And that's probably part of the reason that I just have an affinity for Villanova is because I love Villanova basketball.
Yeah. I think I submitted Harvard in my bracket, so I'll stick with that.
Oh, we haven't even mentioned the brackets yet.
One more pick, Ben,
okay.
And then we'll get to that.
Okay.
North Dakota, Tennessee Tech. That's got to be the hardest one to pick.
It's easy for me. I believe in those Hawks. I believe in those Hawks probably way more than I should believe in those Hawks. But the way that they played against North Dakota State in their rivalry game and the way that they've been playing all season, they've lost some really tough games. You lose on a last-second touchdown to the number 3 team in the country. You lose by a score to the number 1 team in the country. I think they are a very solid team, and I think they're going to beat Tennessee Tech.
It's going to be a good game. Tennessee Tech's a pretty good team.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think North Dakota wins that.
Yeah.
Agreed. But yeah, Ben, tell the listeners about the brackets.
So we have the Cats Pod Bracket Challenge going on right now. I found a free way to put together a bracket challenge, so that's what we're rolling with this year. No prize money, all bragging rights. We will announce the top 3 brackets each week after everything pans out at the end of the day. We already have 8 submissions. Well, really 6 submissions if you don't count the 2 people that are on this podcast. But as much engagement as we could get as possible would be awesome. And if we do end up getting a lot of brackets submitted, we may look into chucking a little prize to the fans next year. So the more submissions we get this year will mean the more we're willing to do prize-wise next year.
Tell them how they find the bracket challenge.
Okay. You can go, the easiest way is going to be to go to our Instagram page, and there's a post on there that has the URL, the league ID, and the password. They wouldn't let me make a public league. They said I wasn't important enough. I submitted a request to them directly. So let's prove them wrong, get a bunch of submissions, and then hopefully next year we can find a better way to do this.
It's actually not a bad little website, really. I mean, there's a few ads that are kind of annoying, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's still fun to make brackets.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah. And there's not a lot of bracket challenges out there. I mean, you got the FCS Fans Nation one, but there's not representation on ESPN or any of the major sports apps. So you just kind of got to make do with what you got. And Office Pool Stop, thank you for having a free website where you can make a bracket and host a challenge and get people together to pick these games.
Yeah, exactly. Ben, what was the biggest surprise of Selection Sunday to you?
The thing that, I don't know if it's like a major surprise just because of the way the season's rolled out, but I thought that South Dakota State getting that 14 seed and potentially having a matchup with Montana is the most intriguing thing with me as the bracket came out. Like we mentioned, Chase Mason most likely back coming into the playoffs, and that turns South Dakota State into an entirely different team. They are much closer to the team that we saw play against the Cats, and that means Montana might have like the toughest part of the bracket if you got to play through a healthy South Dakota State team that is nothing to scoff at.
They have to play through a healthy South Dakota State team with a probable matchup against USD after that.
Yeah.
Then just to face Montana State.
That's a tough road. It's a tough road to hoe.
It is. It is a really tough road. I mean, South Dakota State, Chase Mason it sounds like Chase Mason will be back. He should be good to go. It sounds like that I'm blanking on his name, not Ogroski, but the other receiver should be back. That super stud on defense will be back, and it sounds like the running back is possibly. I guess Lofton Ogroski was still on crutches in last week's game, so he probably won't be yet. But I mean, you put 3 studs back on that team that have been missing. That's kind of a big deal, and they happened to find a way to win last week.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's
tough.
That's a tough draw for Montana. It's really tough.
Yeah, and they probably have the toughest road of any team. Looking through everything, Montana has the toughest road, and they're the 3 seed. It should not work out that way. But if you compare it to like the Lehigh Tarleton State part of the bracket, there are a lot of not good teams in that part of the bracket.
I mean, am I wrong to think North Dakota might just run that?
That's what I picked. I'm not. I said I believe in the Hawks, and I picked the Hawks to go all the way to the semis and to lose to North Dakota State.
It feels inevitable.
Yeah,
it really does. I mean that, like you said, man. I don't like Tarleton State very much. You know, I think Abilene Christian is. I made fun of them a lot, like relentlessly. But Tarleton, for what they've been, shouldn't lose to a team like that.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to believe that North Dakota can't beat Tarleton State. It really is.
I think they can, and I think they beat Lehigh. And I like them in a lot of those matchups because they are so much more battle-tested than the teams they're running into. Tarleton and Lehigh have not seen a team like North Dakota all year.
No. And I do think Tarleton can keep it a close game with North Dakota. A close, fun game. I'm calling it, dude. If North Dakota sees Lehigh, they might beat them by a lot.
It's possible. I don't know. I know Lehigh has one really, really good receiver. That's all I know about Lehigh.
I might need to watch a Lehigh game in the playoffs just to see what I'm talking crap about. But
yeah,
when they start playing, in the big boy leagues, I have no faith outside of Missouri Valley and Big Sky. I just don't.
It's tough, dude.
My biggest surprise to the bracket is that UC Davis got an 8, dude. I cannot believe that.
Yeah, that was way higher than we were thinking. And also Northern Arizona, nowhere.
But they lost to Weber State.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot.
They do not deserve to be there.
Idiot.
UC Davis had a no contest at the beginning of the season in a game they likely would have won against Mercer.
Yep.
It got called off in the 4th quarter. They were winning the game. They probably were going to win the game. Mercer's a good school, good team. I'm wondering if they got, and I was in an airport for Selection Sunday, so I didn't get to hear any of it. Just I watched it, but I didn't get to hear anything. So I don't know if they talked much about that, but they must have given them credit for that because the Idaho State loss is terrible. And then, the Montana State loss just kind of is what it was. It's, the number 2 seed. So,
yeah, they have to count that as a win for them. Leading against Mercer in the 4th quarter when that game got called off, it's got to count as a win.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, they really didn't beat anybody like really, really good. I mean, they beat Sac State. You can't even call Idaho good. So, I guess their signature win is Sac State.
Yeah, that's what it turned into. That's why the Big Sky Conference really needs to get their stuff together. Because there's no way for these teams to get playoff seeds because they're playing against teams that are completely unranked the entire year, for the most part, outside of the Big Two. Outside of Montana, the Big Sky needs to get it together.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the other thing is Tennessee Tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Can you look them up real quick?
Yeah.
For their regular season stuff? Because I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that they were undefeated. I don't think that they lost a game this year. And they ended up with a 13 over a 2-loss UC Davis, whose only win was a marginal Sac State team.
Mm-hmm.
I think Tennessee Tech ran the table in the regular season, but I am not 100% sure on that. So that's kind of where I was a little confused about how they ended up there over a team that went undefeated. Or maybe the committee has literally no faith in that conference whatsoever.
I could see it. I mean, it's just a tough one to pick. They ran the table. Their only loss was to Kentucky.
Yeah, so they had no FCS losses.
0 FCS losses. Some larger wins. They've been beating teams pretty bad, but then they're running into the same thing. It's like, who did you play? Who are you going up against? They beat UT Martin, and I think that was a huge game for them. But they only beat them by 3 points in a low-scoring game. Relatively low-scoring, 20-17, not super low-scoring, but it's just a hard team to believe in. And I'm always going to take a North Dakota team that has played through a ton of adversity and played the best teams in the country over somebody who's beat not great teams, but by somebody that beat Lindenwood. Not going to give that to you when you played against Lindenwood. That's what it is.
Fair. Super fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we dog on the non-Big Sky, non-Missouri Valley all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's people. I think people are, agree with that.
Mm-hmm. And we would rather that the FCS be fun. It's way more fun when you've got a team like Sam Houston that's doing well. It's way more fun when you got a team like James Madison that's doing well. And when there's like other teams outside of those two conferences that we can fear a little bit, like it just makes FCS so much better.
Yeah, you remember back in the day with App State, James Madison, and North Dakota State?
Yep. Battles.
That was good football back then. I mean, it's good now, but now it's Montana State and North Dakota State and South Dakota State.
Yep.
I mean, I guess to a lesser extent South Dakota State right now, but I think when they're healthy, they'll be really good again.
And we just have to get over that final hump. That's about it.
Everything goes our way, I think. How do you feel about a little revenge against Stephen F?
I want to play them so bad. That's a fun game. That's a fun game when they ran. They ran scared. They can't run anymore. The only thing they can do is just not win. Do they want to play the Cats so badly that they just lose to Abilene Christian? Is that what we have going on here possibly?
I mean, here's my I mean, it's not really a gripe, I guess. But for storylines and narratives, the fact that they didn't put Stephen F. on the Grizzlies side of the bracket is a travesty.
Yeah.
I bet Vidlac would love to go to Wa-Grizz.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. I'm sure he would. Oh, that would be amazing. Get a little revenge game.
But all things considered, dude, we owe Stephen F. one.
Mm-hmm.
They screwed us. And we owe them a good punch in the mouth. I would love a little date with Stephen F. Austin.
They get to make their way up to Bobcat Stadium. Just see how it feels. See how that cool mountain air feels in the lungs, Stephen F. Austin. Because that's the only relaxing thing you're going to feel in Bozeman.
I'm telling you, Ben, if we get Cat Grizz 2.0, your butt better be in that stadium.
I've already been making plans. I've already been making plans. I'll make it work. I'll make it work.
I told Brooke I don't care what the weather is like. I don't care how many calves we have on the ground. I am going to Bozeman for Cat Grizz 2.0.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, South Dakota State 2.0 sounds just as juicy.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
A revenge game in season. I mean, I would love to beat the Grizzlies twice in 1 year, but getting one back, do you think those Bobcats don't want to get that one back?
Oh, easily.
When it actually matters?
Definitely.
Dude, these playoffs are going to be good. They just are. I mean, after we get through the first round, it looks like it's going to be really good football all the way around the board, I think, anyway.
There's a lot of really interesting second-round matchups. I fully agree. First round, not much doing. I'll probably watch a lot of the games just because who knows? You could have some magic happen. It's the playoffs. Any team could just win and pull one off randomly. But still not a lot of juice there. Not a lot of juice.
Not a ton of juice, but I do think the second round is going to be really good.
Yeah. That is where the matchups
I love our
start.
matchup. I love our matchup. I mean, maybe Yale can get Youngstown. I really doubt it.
Maybe.
But Youngstown coming to Bozeman, Montana that's a fun game, man. I have
Definitely.
not seen a Youngstown Montana State game ever. It's new blood. They're coming in. They have absolutely no idea what they're in store for in Bozeman, Montana.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited for that. It's a pretty dynamic offense that they've got. I mean, we'll get into this a little more in depth later on, but
yeah.
I mean, I like all of. I mean, there is literal juice behind every potential matchup we could have. Youngstown, Stephen F., Cat Grizz 2.0, South Dakota State 2.0. I mean, there's a lot to be excited for here, and I think the committee did a really nice job with this, to be honest with you.
They put together a pretty fun bracket. I really like the second round matchup of UC Davis versus Rhode Island. I know that's not set right now, but that seems like a really fun game. I want to see Pinnock go up against Rhode Island and see what happens.
Pinnock, I think Montana State probably taught Pinnock a lot.
Oh, definitely.
It was so far. I mean, he's a young kid. I mean, he is a freshman. He's a really good freshman, but he's still a freshman. He's never played in a game like any of that before.
No.
I do think that game probably taught him a lot of lessons. He's probably going to grow a lot from it. And Tim Plow's a great coach. So if we're talking that side of the bracket, Davis NDSU could be a fun one.
It could be. I don't know. I have a hard time feeling any type of way about NDSU right now. Just like I was talking about, there's not a lot of juice on that side of the weakest part of the bracket exists on that side, and it makes sense because North Dakota State's the number 1 seed. That's how it's supposed to balance out, but there's just their most exciting game is potentially against UC Davis. Then after that, there's no excitement outside of a rematch with UND. That's it.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, that is it. That is the juice on that side. UC Davis gets to test their mettle against NDSU. Probably not going to go their way.
Yeah.
I hope. I just want to see UC Davis compete in that game is all I want to see.
Yeah.
And North Dakota gets another shot at
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come out swinging. This is going to be a fun playoffs, man. I'm telling you right now.
It's going to be a great month. The month of December will be very, very exciting when it comes to FCS football. I hope everyone is chomping at the bit the same way that we are.
And I bet you can't guess who I picked as my winner.
I wonder who you picked as the winner.
I don't know, man.
Just so you know, I looked through the brackets. There's only one person that hasn't picked Montana State to win. Our fans are ride or die, okay? They don't pick against the Cats. Except for one.
I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to start sharing that a little more. Get some more people to do it because we need some brackets that aren't literally the same.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll get the word out there somehow.
Yeah. Get your bracket in though. Come on, guys.
Get your bracket in. Check us out on Instagram. All the info you need to fill out the bracket is right there in an Instagram post. Top thing on our page, Cats Pod on Instagram. Go there now. Go there now. We'll wait. Wait. Shh. We'll wait. Did they log in yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Should we do a quick shout out to our big winners for awards?
Oh, yeah.
Dowler,
for sure.
Coach Vigen.
Just two of the most important people in our lives right now. Yeah. Yeah. We love Caden and we love Coach Vigen. Mm-hmm.
I think Caden Dowler was a lock.
Yeah, it really felt like it after that last interception.
And honestly, I went through the Buck Buchanan finalists. I'm not gonna lie, and of course I'm biased, but trying to remove bias as best as I could, he had probably better be a finalist at minimum for the Buck.
Definitely deserves it. No doubt.
Just say. I mean, what his impact has been and the way that he shows up in big games. I mean, he's great in all the games, but the way he shows up in big games is what's most impressive. And if the committee can't see that, I mean,
they're missing
he has
out.
a pick six against the 3 seed and the 8 seed in the playoffs. A pick six.
2 picks against the 8 seed.
I think that's the biggest deal.
Closing out the season beautifully.
Yeah. But yeah, newcomer of the year, our guy, Justin Lamson. Let's go. That was a lock.
Shout out to you.
Still awesome. Yeah.
Just dominated, was efficient the entire year. You just don't see people come in and just play that well. It's an embarrassment of riches.
It is, yes. Yeah, the all-conference list is awfully impressive all the way through. There's a lot of Bobcats on there.
A lot of cats on there.
And well-deserved. The secondary got screwed. The corners, they got screwed.
Yeah, with them being so young, it's hard to get that credit. But doesn't mean they don't deserve it. I'm just saying it's hard for them to actually give them the credit.
I mean, it was still a snub.
Yeah.
I mean, Seth Johnson is a phenomenal football player. I mean, he hits as hard as anybody in the Big Sky Conference. His coverage is fantastic. He got snubbed, dude. Pretty hard. Carson Williams, same way. Hard hitting, excellent coverage. I mean, think about the guys they shut down this year, the secondary. There's a lot of them on that list, on all those all-conference lists. There's a lot of guys. The other one I thought was, and this isn't a Bobcat, I saw Shulikov who I thought was one of the most talented receivers in the Big Sky Conference, ended up like third team or something like that. And I was a little surprised by that.
Mm-hmm. That definitely is
But
the way he was supposed to play this year. And I think that's related to a lot of what we've been talking about with Idaho State, how they were supposed to be a lot better. And so the performance of the team probably hurt him a lot.
Yeah. But it's pretty fun to see all the guys that we watch every single Saturday and love get the recognition they deserve.
Definitely. Especially Vigen. Just scrolling through all the posts of the players winning, and Coach Vigen, back-to-back Coach of the Year, back-to-back wins at Cat Grizz, back-to-back being a damn handsome man. I think I might be in love, Eric. This is why he doesn't want to talk to us. This is why he doesn't want to talk to us in public. It's my fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you are right. I can't argue with that.
Can't. It's impossible.
Back to back is just. I mean, what else can you say? Back to back Coach of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time a Bobcat went back to back Coach of the Year? Ever?
It's been a while. I don't know. Sonny Holland, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna say with relative certainty, without looking anything up at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably pretty safe to say it's been more than 50 years.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't know if it's ever happened, but I'm guessing 50 plus years is probably a safe bet.
Yeah. Pretty safe. Anything else you want to...
Congratulations to all of our guys for their well-deserved awards.
Yep. Another great season. Off to another great playoffs. Amen. You good, Eric?
I think I'm good, Ben.
All righty. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Go ahead and give us 5 stars wherever you're listening to this at. Check us out on Instagram at CatsPod. Also, check out the details for that CatsPod bracket challenge there on Instagram. On X, also at the CatsPod. Catch us on YouTube at the CatsPod. And we will catch you guys probably next week after a slate of first-round games that we are not super excited about.
Adios.